Hey everyone, welcome to MaysLugLife. I'm May, and it is finally here. The anniversary mystery box that Lug has been promising us and teasing us about for months and months and months. It's finally here. They're finally releasing it tomorrow, August the 23rd at noon Eastern Standard Time. So it'll be up for sale for the first time tomorrow at noon, and that's when you can make your purchase. Now, before I go on, I just want to apologize for this video being so late coming out. I know that they sent out an email to everyone who's on their subscription list, on their email list, I think Thursday or Friday. But I've been away. We've been away the past few days. I haven't looked at any of my emails or anything on Facebook at all. I sort of tuned everything out. And so I'm just making this video mainly because if there's anybody who still has questions or is on the fence or is completely unfamiliar with these lug boxes, I thought I'd give you a little bit of information. And also, since I'm going to try to show you a few things that they've put on Facebook. So those of you who are not on Facebook, you can see what they put there. So first of all, very quickly, sort of the history of this box. They started with these some sort of subscription style boxes, June 2020. And they have traditionally done one every sort of season. So they'll do one in the spring and the summer and the fall and at Christmas. This is the first one they've released since Christmas 2021. There were some issues with some of the boxes just before that. So the box or two before that, people were really, it wasn't received well. I'm trying to be political here. It wasn't a well received couple of boxes. So I think they really wanted to make sure they took their time with this one. So for those of you who are a bit leery from the past boxes that came out, I believe they will have fixed all the problems that plagued them from before. So the past couple of boxes, because of all the shipping issues of the past couple of years, I think some of the products that they were hoping to have in those boxes never actually arrived. So some of those boxes got some of the products, but they didn't get all the product. So I think this time they waited this long because it's like the end of August. I think it was supposed to come out in March. They waited this long because I believe they wanted to make sure absolutely every single thing that they planned to have in this box had arrived and was ready to be in this box. So if you're a little bit leery from before, I think you're going to be a little bit safer as far as it not being just sort of haphazardly put together. I think you're actually going to be able to get pretty much the box that they intended. And usually Lug has been really good at curating their boxes. Their themes have been good. Their colors have been good. The variety in the boxes have been pretty good, except for, like I said, the past couple. But I think they have probably ironed all that out. I believe that what we're getting is going to be the finished product they were always hoping for. Anyway, so I'm going to actually leave a couple of links in the description below with some videos, some like sort of reveal videos that I've done of previous boxes. So if you want to know more about what has been included in past boxes, please have a look at those two links. And then you can just Google, or rather, put a search in YouTube for Lug Mystery Box, so you can see all the previous boxes, so you get a sense of the kinds of things that they used to send out and the kinds of the prints and things like that came out in these boxes. Yeah, I'm hoping that's going to be a good box. I don't think this is going to be a dud. I think they've worked really, really hard on it. This box means something to them. It's an anniversary box. If you can see the pictures there, this is the story of Lug. I guess they're trying to tell the Lug story through a subscription box, or rather through a mystery box. So yeah, I'm hoping because it means so much to them and because they took so much time with it, we're going to get a really, really good box on this one. So it's just a matter of whether you like surprises or whether you really want to know what you're getting. So if you like surprises, I think this is going to be a good box. I think it might be worth the time and effort and money that you put into it, because I really, really think they really tried to make sure that they didn't make any mistakes on this one. So this is what Lug posted on their Facebook page. So you'll see the date on there, the date of release, and the picture of the box with some fun little motifs at the sort of in that little graphic above the box. But it also says take your pick of 2 color options. So basically what they're going to do is they're going to actually give you a little bit of choice here. Even though it is supposed to be a mystery box, you have no idea what the contents are. They do seem to give you a choice. So you can either choose print or you can choose color. So that's the only choice that they're giving you. So if you are someone who likes to get solid things, choose color. If you don't mind print, or if you're a little bit, you're willing to take a chance on what the print might be, then you can choose the print. Now, but if you look at the side there on the top, on the right hand side, this is what Lug posted. It actually says, important, this Lug Life box cannot be purchased alongside any other items. Please do not add any other items to your cart at checkout. And then you look just below that, there's a little graphic there, a little photo of the stack of all the different boxes, of all the boxes ready to get packed and shipped. And it also is a little note from Lug saying, in order to provide you with the best shipping experience possible, packing of this Lug Life box has begun at our Markham warehouse. So major thing there. So the significance of that means to me that they are not taking any chances on this box. So all of the contents of the box have been shipped to the Markham warehouse. And if it's the Markham warehouse, it means it's the Markham warehouse workers who are actually putting this box together. So we're not getting brand new people who are brand new to Lug, not knowing the system and not knowing the history of this box and what this box means to Lug. They're actually being packaged by the people who have packaged all of our boxes before, I guess, this past year. And they are also the people who have done these kinds of mystery boxes in the past. So they know the kind of care that it goes into it, and they know how much work is involved. So they don't usually just throw these things into a box. They actually lay them really beautifully so that when you open it, it really is a beautiful presentation of all the different items in the box. It's perfectly sort of Tetrised in there together, with tissue paper on top. And so they take a lot of care with this box. And because this is the same team who's pretty much package all the previous boxes, I know that this is going to be something they're going to take care of. The other thing that makes me really kind of go, wow, okay, this is another significant thing, is clearly they really want this box to come out quickly. So they're not going to involve this box with all the other shipping fiascos at the new location, at the new warehouse in Mississauga. This is coming out of the Markham warehouse. So whatever shipping system they used prior to the move is the system they're going to use to ship this box, which means the turnaround time is going to be really fast. You probably won't have to wait weeks and weeks to get this box. It'll come out pretty quickly because it's the same team, it's the same system that was used when things were really good. So clearly this box is, I think, Lug's redemption box, meaning they're trying to bring back the people to give them confidence in this company again. So one, it's going to be celebrating the Lug journey through the years. It's obviously, like I said, it's got significance to Lug. And so they're going to really make sure that the box is well curated, meaning that there's really good items in it. They're not going to just throw in fluff and crap. I think there are going to be some really good significant items in there that are going to be really valued. Secondly, they are not taking any chances with where it's being shipped or who is doing the packing and shipping. They are taking the best care they possibly can. They are giving it to the team they trust the most and the warehouse they trust the most. And the shipping system that has been tried and true and will hopefully more likely guarantee a quick delivery to your home. So that's why they're not letting you add things to the shipment. So in other words, you can't order any other item in this box because they're coming out of two warehouses. So this box is exclusively being sent out of Markham, and then everything else is being shipped out of Mississauga. So if you want the box, you can only buy the box on the website at that moment. You cannot buy anything else. If you want to make another purchase, you have to make a separate purchase so that it's coming out of the Mississauga warehouse. So to me, it just indicates that they've really put a lot of emphasis on making sure that this is the best experience for their lug nuts as possible by making sure that it comes out of this warehouse. So to me, that's a really good sign. So if you're one of those people who have been on the fence because you weren't sure about whether they were going to deliver, it looks like they're going to. I think they're all but guaranteeing that this is going to be the way things used to be. So it's a really good sign. It's also, I think, in their own really sad way of apologizing for the past few months. And this is, I guess, their hope that this is going to bring people back and restore some faith within the company. So here are a few questions that came up on Facebook that Lug actually answered themselves. So you can see the price here is $169 US. It's about 199 Canadian. So it's on the higher side. This is not one of the cheaper boxes. This is definitely one of the more expensive ones, which usually means that the contents of the box are pricier. So these are not small, inexpensive items. These tend to be the more expensive items. So it's entirely possible that we're going to get a really good size bag in there. So that's, again, just speculation, but just the price alone indicates that the actual retail value of the products in the box will be on the higher end. And then the other question on the right-hand side there is, can you order, more than one box? And they are saying, yes, you can actually order both boxes. So you can order both the print and the color, or you can order as many boxes you want. I think there was a time where they were limiting to one box per customer. It looks like now they've obviously gotten enough quantity that they can supply pretty much anybody who wants anything. So if you wanted to make this like a birthday gift, you can get one for yourself and for your friend and not worry that you're going to, not be able to do so. So that is something, by the way, that people have done. They have actually bought this box as a gift to give to somebody else. So something to think about. So another example here, just of them guaranteeing that these items are being shipped separately from all the other lug items that may have been plagued with delivery issues. They're actually going out of their way here again to say that it's another team working on the other orders. So the people who are working on just the box orders is one team, and the other stuff is a completely different team. So if you're worried about your other stuff not arriving, that's a whole other sort of ball of wax. And then this is a whole different team. And the last thing that I just want to mention, so someone did ask if there are vegan leather products in this box. Apparently they have actually confirmed there are no vegan leather products. So if you are not a fan of that type of fabric or that fabrication, don't worry, you're not going to find that. The other thing that I believe I had read somewhere, and I couldn't find the source, so that's why I didn't post it here, but someone had said that Lug already also guaranteed that there would be no neon products in the box. So if you're not a neon fan or not a VL fan, you don't have to worry. Those items apparently will not be in this box. So here we are. This is the website. This is what it looks like if you've clicked on this box to purchase it. Right now, it'll say coming soon. Tomorrow at noon at Eastern Standard Time, you will be able to see, instead of it saying coming soon, you'll see the price, and then you'll be able to choose your print or your color options, and that's what's going to go into your cart. Now, it does actually say there, it says available for a limited time only. Boxes begin shipping between August the 24th and the 26th, which makes me think that you don't have very long to actually buy this product. In the past, if they've had stock left over after the 23rd, they just kept it up on the website, and they just eventually, whenever they sold all of the boxes, that's when the sale would close. I have a feeling they might actually keep this open only probably up to about the 25th, and then they'll close the ability for anybody to actually make a purchase, because they're trying to make sure that all the boxes ship out on the very last day, on the 26th. So if you make a purchase between the 23rd and the 25th, you will get your product shipped out by the 26th. And that means hopefully it'll arrive at your door, if all goes according to plan, within 2 to 5 or 6 days from the day of ship. And the reason for that, I think, is because they're probably not going to be able to stay at the Markham warehouse very long. So this is the only amount of time they've sort of allotted themselves to be able to guarantee that this comes out the way they want to, with the old system, the old staff. So they can more or less guarantee that you're going to get your box relatively quickly. I'm assuming after the 26th, all whatever's left over, if they have any leftover stock, will probably get moved to the new warehouse, and then it'll have to get sent out in whatever system they're using there, which means they won't be able to guarantee that the stuff will arrive very quickly, because, as we know, there are still backlogged problems at the new location. So it also says that the lug box is a final sale, non-refundable. This item cannot be combined with any other offers or discount codes. So you can't use any of the codes when you make this purchase, but you should be able to redeem points. So if you happen to be collecting lug points on the website, and you've been accumulating all this time and you didn't know what to spend it on, you can redeem your points and spend it on this box. So if you are doing that, please be sure that you actually cash in your points first, get your gift card code, and have it at the ready. So even if, let's say, you're buying it tomorrow, make sure that you get your code tonight, because if there really is, if there's a small window that you can actually purchase this, let's say, for example, this is a very popular box and everyone suddenly actually wants to buy this, there have been times where they've sold out in 15-20 minutes. There have also been times where they never sell it at all. So I have no idea how this is going to go. I have a feeling it's going to stick around longer than half an hour. I don't think you have to worry about maybe, having to log on immediately and making that purchase right off the bat, but I don't think it'll last too long. So if you have your gift card code ready, so whatever you redeemed, whatever amount you've redeemed, you've got that ready. When you do make that purchase at noon, then all you do is check out, enter your code, and boom, you're done. You don't have to go back out of the system to redeem your points and then come back in again, because if for some reason it's a really popular box, by the time you come back, it might be gone. So do make sure that you cash your stuff out the night before or really early in the morning before this box actually comes out. And as far as the final sale, if you don't like the product, too bad. You can't return it. There's absolutely nothing in this box you can return, but you might be able to actually put a warranty claim down if for some reason there's a damaged item. The only problem with that is, let's say, for example, it really is an exclusive item to this box. So whatever number they have that are packaged in these boxes, if they sold out of that bag in that print, and there's something wrong with your bag and you're trying to file a claim, you may or may not get that exact same bag back. They might offer you a different color, but they won't necessarily have that exact box, or sorry, that exact bag available that was in the box. So just keep that in mind as well. So let's read what it says here. So in the about, what is the inspiration for this box? In a way, our story is what inspired this box. Pardon me, I'm speaking too fast and my mouth is drying. But the inspiration is really you, because you made our story possible in the first place. You're the reason we packed our bags, and gone to such great lengths since 2005. And because of your loyalty and love for adventure, we packed this box with some favorites that started it all in the #LugLife box exclusive colors. Thanks for being along with us on our journey. It means the world. And then they talk again about the either print or color options that you can choose when you make your purchase, or you can buy both. And then it says, and the contents are a mystery. That's right. This is a mystery box. But we promise the surprise will be really, really good. The only thing we can say, both the color and the print choice include brand new and exclusive styles that you cannot get anywhere else, plus some really great coupons for your next lug purchase. Now, those coupons, generally, they tend to have been in the past only for the LugLife.com website. It does not include LugLive. So if you're a LugLive purchaser exclusively, it doesn't usually include that. Now, it doesn't mean that's not going to change, but traditionally, they've always been for the actual website. And it tends to be like a, buy $100, get $50 off kind of thing. And they are only good for about 3 months. So you don't have very long to redeem them. So keep that in mind as well if you're factoring that into the value of the box. So basically, it is a mystery. You have no idea what's going on, but it does tell you that it's going to have exclusive styles that you can't get anywhere else. Now, that could be a number of things. It could be the print of the bag on the inside. It's exclusive to this box, but the bag maybe already exists or will eventually become released. It could also mean that at the time of the box coming out, that bag is brand new and you can't buy it anywhere else. It doesn't mean that it can't eventually get purchased later on, months down the road. They've done that before as well. Or they've had an exclusive print in a brand new bag in the box, and you can never get that print, but you can eventually buy it in other colors. So there's sort of variations on that. And there's also a bunch of things. They're usually smaller items, so more like the throw-in sort of items, the things that you can't actually purchase anywhere. Sometimes are like pens or notebooks, or for example, that rummy game. That's a thing that you couldn't purchase anywhere else. Now, I know they eventually did sell it on LugLive, but technically they're not, like, you can't buy it on the website. So that's what they mean by that. So sometimes it is like a full-size item that, that was the like the freight box that you can't buy anywhere else, but eventually maybe they'll take the box apart and sell it on LugLive. Who knows? But that's kind of what they mean by exclusive styles. So the measurements of the box and the weight of the box itself. So it's 18 inches wide by 15 inches high by 6 inches deep. And it's about 5.6 pounds. So it is a big box. It is not their biggest box they've ever offered. For those of us who are keeping track, it's about the same size as the holiday 2021 box. It's only 1 inch shorter in the height. Otherwise, it's the exact same size, and it's a little tiny bit lighter than the one that came at Christmas. So for anyone keeping track, that's what we're looking at. But it is definitely a big box. It is not one of the smaller ones. I think the smallest one they ever offered was the very first one that came out, and I think the spring and the spring ones that came out 2021, I think, were as well. Those were a little bit smaller. So this should therefore, I think, have lots of different things in it, or one very large item. So we'll see how that goes. So here they're mentioning the features. It doesn't say anything new that we didn't already read on the very first page. But I do want to mention one thing. So I just want to go back to the price again. So the price that you see being sold first, which is 169 Canadian, as a US, 199 Canadian, that should be the cheapest price you'll ever get this box for. So even if later on they sell it, it will almost always be more expensive than what it initially comes out for on the 23rd. So for example, let's say they have leftover boxes after the 23rd or after the 26th, rather, and everything is shipped and people have received their boxes. In the past, what they used to do was, if there were still boxes left over, they'd put them back up again for sale, but they would raise the prices. So the last time, I think the $199 box went up to $249. So they added an extra, an extra amount to it because the surprise element is gone. So by then they'll also tell you what actually is in the box. So when you order it in the beginning, it's all a mystery. So the gamble you're taking basically is, do you spend less money but have no idea what you're getting? Or do you want to sort of gamble and see that if there might still be product left over in a few days and buy it at a higher price, but maybe you already know what the contents are, and then you can confidently go ahead and make the purchase. So it's a gamble either way. If you're buying it on the first day, you're paying way less, but you may or may not love all the contents, so you may end up having to get rid of some of the products that you don't like at all. Either you could sell it or give it away as a gift, or you can wait and hope that they still have quantity left over, and I think that there will be. I don't know how much or how long that extra will stick around for, but if it's a really good box when they re-release it, I think it'll get gobbled up really, really fast. But let's say in a week after everyone receives their boxes, and once everyone opens up their boxes and knows what's inside, then Lug, if there's anything left over, will release the box again up for sale for a higher price, and they'll actually show you on the website all the different items that are in it and all the different colors. So you could take a chance and wait and see, but then you'll know for sure that you actually like the print and like the colors of the contents of the box. So that's something to think about as well. Now, they also, the last box, the 2021 holiday box, they actually did sell on MaysLugLife. So they actually sold the whole box with all of its contents on MaysLugLife, but it never was the same price that it was on initial release. And then eventually they took all the contents of the box apart and they sold all the parts individually. So they got rid of the boxes and they sold like the rummy game, and the I think I forget what else. There were a couple other things that I know they eventually sort of put out there to be sold individually on MaysLugLife. But again, you might not be able to get everything that was in the box because they might have limited quantities on that as well. So just depends on how comfortable you are with FOMO, or how comfortable you are with taking a gamble on buying something sight unseen. And here's a photo that Lug posted on Facebook. This is the actual Markham warehouse with all of the boxes sort of folded and ready to go. All they're waiting for is to get packed by these lovely people. This is the original Markham crew. So this is the Markham peeps. These are the warehouse workers at the Markham location that, unfortunately, I believe most of them will probably lose their jobs at the end of the month because most of them were not able to make the move to the new location. Not because they were kicked out per se, but because most of them couldn't make the trek. I know they were offered the job to be able to go if they chose to go to the new location in Mississauga, but it's a far, far, far drive between the two places. So a lot of them, unfortunately, this is probably their last ditch thing. This is the last time they're going to be able to package anything for Lug. So I think this is going to be a special box for them, because for them, this is going to be quite nostalgic. This is like the old team and the old peeps and the old system. And so I think this is going to be kind of a bittersweet thing for them as well for us. So just a quick shout out to the Lug warehouse workers from the Markham location. Thanks for all the packages, all the boxes, and thank you for getting all the stuff to us relatively quickly. So there we go. So that's just a quick photo that Lug decided to share on Facebook. So there you go. That was the official announcement, or my official announcement, of the release of the most recent Lug Life mystery box that Lug has come out with. I'm still not really sure whether I'm getting it. I am still on the fence. One, because it's expensive. It's a really, really expensive box. I don't know whether I'm willing to spend that much money at this moment, especially given I have been spending a lot of money on the Lug Warehouse. I don't even want to do the math on how much I spent there. And because I've bought a lot there, I actually have a lot of the things that I've been looking for, like a lot of big pieces that I've sort of been missing. So I don't 100% know if this is going to be a worthwhile venture for me. I mean, obviously I want it. If I had like endless money, I would definitely 100%. I'd probably get both just because I'd be curious if I had endless money. But I don't know if I really need anything else. Now, I might end up buying it anyways because it will be the last box that comes out of Markham, and it will be the last sort of, like, I think box that I'm probably going to get for a while. Now, I think I may have said that at Christmas, but I think that was because back then I assumed that for the next little while things were going to get weird. It looks like Lug has really taken their time and made sure that this box is perfect. And I have to say, the boxes that they've done in the past, when they put more effort into them, they were excellent. My favorite box for me personally at this point up to now has been the summer 2021 box. That was perfection as far as I was concerned. The colors, the actual contents, the theme, all the small little items, like the quote freebie things that were put in there, the sort of exclusive items to the box, were exactly bang on. I still have no regrets buying that box at all. I liked practically everything, and the things that I didn't love or like, I either gave away as gifts or I sold to other people. So I feel like I kind of got my money's worth out of that box. And I got the Christmas one. It wasn't my favorite one of all the boxes, but I at least feel like I got my money's worth out of it, even though I haven't used most of those things so far. It's just because of the way life has worked out. So I actually feel like most of these boxes have a really good value. So when I go back and look through all the previous boxes, the value has been really good. The only thing is it a value to you? Were you ever going to buy that bag? Were you ever going to make that purchase for that item? And if not, then the value significantly drops. So my advice is, if this is your first time buying a Lug mystery box and you've got the money and you're not going to be sad if for some reason the contents aren't exactly what you want, because it was just the fun of the anticipation and the fun of being able to get surprised when you open the box, and that's of value to you in and of itself, then get this box. I think this box is going to be a good one. I really, really feel like they're going to do whatever they can to make sure this is a great one, that this is not going to have holes or anything like that. If you really, really are one of these people who doesn't like to take gambles, wait. I would wait. There's a guarantee that you're going to find all of the items of the box somehow available to be bought either on Poshmark or through like the buy sell trade things. You might, if you happen to have friends, if you're on Facebook or anything like that, and you are in touch with anybody, you might even be able to do a swap with someone. So if you're, say, buying the print and they're buying the color and you end up not liking it, maybe you can make a swap with someone. But I wouldn't worry. I have a feeling, because so many people were burned so hard in the last couple of boxes, I think a lot of those people will not be buying these boxes just because they took too much of a gamble those last few times. And then I think there are a lot of people who are done with Lug. So no matter what happens at this point, I think they're just going to wait until all of the shipping issues are over before they make any purchase, even though this one, I think, is going to have a different shipping experience. So, at some point they're going to be selling this box. And if you would rather pay a little bit more to get exactly what you want, or to know that you're getting exactly what you want, that might be the safer way to go. As far as the print and what's kind of included, I don't know. My speculation of what's in the box, this is just my pure speculation, I have a feeling we're going to see a puddle jumper. They're talking about things that, sort of put Lug on the map, like all the things that sort of put them, so like that started the journey. One of the big things is the puddle jumper, the classic puddle jumper. Now we know that they've released a puddle jumper not that long ago, so we might see that exact bag but come out in exclusive prints that are only available in the box. So that might be something that we see. The other thing is, because it's going back in time. We might even see things like luggage tags and luggage straps, because those are the things that started Lug out in the very, very beginning. So they started out as an accessories company, and they sort of then morphed up into larger items and then into the big, big items that you see today. So if they really are going to go back to items that started Lug out, I think we're going to see that. And I believe this is, if you look at the map, this is going to be a travel box. This is, again, this is my guess, because it's you're looking at the journey and adventure travel. I think this is going to be a travel box, which, like I said, means we're probably going to see a puddle jumper. We're going to see the travel accessories. We might even see a pilot wallet that have exclusive colors or something like that to this box. So if you are into travel things, you know you're traveling sometime soon, you want some really exclusive fun items, this might be the box for you. If you're looking for like a really beautiful, pretty wallet, I don't think it's going to be in this box, or pretty purse, like one of the newer, more metallic things. I don't think it's going to be this purse. In this box. And the other thing is, usually Lug will actually have a very similar theme between the box and the contents. So if you look at the colors on the outside of the box, usually those are reflected on the inside of the box as well. So here you see the blues and the green, the cream, the coral. You will probably find that the contents of the box will be those colors as well. Now, I don't know what colors you're going to see, especially if you're buying the color, which is the solid box. I don't know if you're going to get the blue or the green or the coral. But if you're getting a print, it's probably going to encompass some of those colors. Now, I'll be honest with you, when I was looking at the colors, it looks to me very similar to what was being offered as far as the colors in the hummingbird floral. Not exactly. I know there's a little bit more yellow in that. So who knows? Or it's a brand new print that we've never ever seen ever. So you can see, like, there's a whale fin there. We might see a whale print. There's some cowboy boots there. We might see cowboys. There's some, I don't know, there's hockey up there. So I don't know, there could be like themes and colors and prints of things we've never seen ever. But who knows? So, but at the very least, if you like the look of the box, like if the actual box itself appeals to you, it's very, very likely that the contents of the box will also appeal to you. Like I said, they're usually really good about that. So whatever the box looks like on the outside, very, very often it's quite well reflected in the contents as well, in some fashion or another. So that's kind of my analysis at the moment. Tell me in the comments if you're buying one, and if you are, what color? Are you getting color? Are you getting print? And if you have any predictions, like if you've ever bought boxes in the past, tell me what you think is going to be in the box. I'm curious to see what you think. I would love to know if you have any opinions one way or the other, or if you've learned any information on your own that may have revealed something. Now, this box releases tomorrow. In the past, Lug has sometimes released little sneak peeks, but they haven't yet, which makes me think they're not going to. So I think we're just going to see what we see when we get our boxes in a week or so. So that's the video. I'm sorry it was so long. There was a lot to go through, and it was a really, really big box. So we'll see how this goes. Fingers crossed this is one of the best ones I've ever come out with, and fingers crossed that it's got some really great stuff that everyone is going to love, especially for those of you who are buying this box. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.